I have a profound question for you, if you're up for it. If you had 1 week left on this earth, what would you do? Who would you call? Who would you want to spend time with? I know that where are you coming from with this, Hugh? I just want you to think about it. I'm serious. It will get you to change your perspective on so many things. What is really important to you? When I thought about this last night, my mentor in Sedona, I was called to call her out of nowhere. I just was like, you need to call Sherry, and I did. And she was like, I was just thinking about you. I was getting these, you kept popping into my mind, and we had this ridiculous conversation that was just like life-changing. And I was thinking about this idea after this profound reading and immediately I thought of boom, boom, boom. These are the people I'd call. This is exactly what I'd make happen immediately. And it just got me thinking, I'm going to ask other people what they would do. And it got me thinking about, absolutely, you beat that horn, mister. I agree. The universe is definitely getting my attention. It's like, get out of the way, listen. The reason I'm talking about this is for just so many reasons, but to jump back to, it reminds me of a speech that I once saw that President Ronald Reagan gave in the United Nations. Now, please, because I mentioned a president who's Republican, please don't go there with this labeling of everything political. It doesn't matter what political side he was, because what I'm going to tell you he said is far beyond any ridiculous left or right or Tory or Labour or whatever our differences are. It's a very, very profound speech. And I'm going to read a little part of it here because it's connected directly to this whole concept. If you had 1 week, who would you call? What issues with family members or friends would you fix? Who would you want to spend that week with? I want you to seriously think about it. I'm asking you now to send me a message underneath and tell me what you would do. I want you to think about this. This is real talk here, my friends. With everything that's happening in the world right now, we need a little bit of more real talk with one another. We need to be real and honest with each other. And that's what this video is about today. And I'm going to read a little bit of this speech and you'll see where I'm coming from. He says, I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. We are so caught up in our bickering over borders and so many different other issues. It's, sexual orientation, it's gender, it's race, all these things that we're fighting about that are so, it's like this, like circling the drain of anger and rage. And this is not about telling people they don't have a right to feel angry about things. Of course you do, you feel any way you want. But what I'm talking about is when people are just pouring their energy into hate and blame and just wanting to be angry and violent in a non-constructive way. I mean, I don't know if there is a constructive way for violence, to be honest with you, apart from self-defense. I just had this really profound reading last night. I'm just telling you right now, the videos I'm going to be making in the next couple of weeks and days, you're going to be seeing a different Hugh sitting here talking to you. Going to be more real, going to be more honest. Because I really, really was thinking about this whole idea. If you had 1 week, what would you do? Change your perspective on everything. And this speech that Ronald Reagan gave, this concept that he put out there, all our petty squabbling differences that we have with one another are so insignificant.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
We're all the human race, you know? I posted something last week showing support for Save Our Children. It's about human trafficking and children being trafficked. It's a huge issue. It's coming up to the fore. This Jeffrey Epstein's Island bullshit. If you've watched the documentary, this guy's a scum of the earth. The people who did this are scum of the earth. Google TED Talk and human trafficking or sex trafficking and you will cry for days. It is disgusting what is going on our earth with regard to human trafficking, and I posted about it. Immediately I got people posting, like, telling me essentially how stupid I was and labeling me this, that or the other for posting this, saying it's some kind of alt-right conspiracy or something. I swear to God, people, I post something that says, wouldn't we like to see an end to human trafficking in our lifetime? And people are gonna come at me saying it's some kind of, trying to label me as some kind of political whatever. Are you kidding me? You guys need to get some perspective. These people out there trolling, waiting to attack everyone who says something that's not, in your frame of reference, is not part of your narrative, whatever you believe. Enough. If you had a week, who would you call? What would you sort out? What would you do? I want you to let me know. And these concepts, like what Ronald Reagan talked about, this idea of we're a human race, basically, and all these things that we fight about, if there was an alien force or something coming to this planet it would be us against them. All of a sudden, we're the human race now, and all our petty differences would be pathetic in comparison to trying to save our planet. I want to hear what you have to say.